Hello and welcome to my July 16, 2012 rant. It's actually not going to be a rant. It's actually going to be a plea, actually. You know, I just had two real fine gentlemen come in to see me from Chicago. I'm really enjoying the new concept that I have. I have people fly in for like Friday, Saturday, Sundays, and we go through what I believe is the steps to get them on track to be able to safely practice well. And I think if there's a rant in the plea here, it's a little bit about, I just cannot believe all the bad, wrong information that is out there on the golf swing. I would hope, but I think I'm losing this battle. Here's what I perceive that the majority of people out there think they have the correct information, but they just can't do it. I'm saying, you know, that is so incorrect. There is so much misinformation out there, bad information. For example, the one gentleman I worked with this weekend, he was hitting the hosel an awful lot. So get this for advice for a person hitting hosel. I asked him to actually stand closer to the golf ball, but I asked him to put all his emphasis on trying to hit the toe of the golf club. Once I asked him to put all his focus on trying to hit the toe of the golf club, he could stand as close as he wants, and he never hit the hosel. You know, that bad shot's been around for a long time, and an awful lot of people, well, you're standing too close, stand further. Gosh, I wish that was the truth. Now, I'm gonna give you the way to solve the hosels, but that's not really the lesson of the rant. What I'm really trying to get at is, if you're paying attention to the correct things, great stuff can start happening to you. You know, if you put a really, really good player, if you put them an inch from the golf ball, they still won't hit the hosel. Because their brain is thinking about where on the club face they want to hit. See, we make the mistake. You make the mistake. We make the mistake. Let's say the instructors make the mistake. They make the mistake by trying to teach you or convince you or somehow get you to believe that if you keep your head down, if you turn your shoulders enough or incorrectly, if you spin your hips correctly, if you lead correctly, all those you'll just naturally hit the center of the club face. Well, you know what? That is so incorrect. That is so wrong. Hitting the center of the club face has way more to do with you paying attention to where the center of the club face is than it has to do with a mechanical achievement that you may be doing or not doing. That's one part of the golf swing. I'm going to suggest to you there's many, many, many more parts that are exactly that same thing. I cannot, at my stage now, see how we can actually buy into that in 0.8 of a second and maybe 100 miles an hour, we can actually think about how much to turn our shoulders, when to do it, turn our shoulders, keep our head down, swing down the line, cock the wrists, fold the elbows. I mean, the golf swing can just happen. I spend a lot of my time now trying to show people that how if they will let me manipulate their practice area a little bit, they can absolutely practice with the fear that the things that are not supposed to happen can't. But better still, I can show them how to practice in such a way that all those things that they say are supposed to happen have to. They cannot not happen. The hardest part I have of that is convincing them. Somehow, some way, us golfers, you know, we want it to be made simple, but if somebody actually made it simple, I think you'd get tons of complaints. People say, well, it can't be that simple. Well, exactly simple. How simple should it be? Anyways, for this time through, and we'll have many, many more sessions, so I don't feel the real need to hurry this, I'd love for you to start to recognize that if you practice correctly, the things that are supposed to happen will. The mass majority of your focus should be in the club face, in the club head, which is run through your hands. If you've got your focus anywhere but the club head or your hands, I'm going to suggest you're wrong. If you're thinking about how much to turn your shoulders and when, how much to turn your hips and when, what to do with your knees, you're not focusing in the correct area. This whole game, everything about this game, is about how that club face and club head should be moving. And again, I'm going to strongly suggest it's my hands that run the golf swing, not my body, and my hands are run by my brain. Hope you enjoyed.